Hello and welcome. We are back in the Lego room and we're going to be building some bits and pieces probably for the next 90 minutes or so, just so I can get this massive thing finished, which will then allow me to tuck in to get some videos done this afternoon before we go live for the main event this evening, kicking off at 8 p.m. More than likely just going to do a 2-hour live stream later on this evening, but if we start hearing rumors that the Cyber Monday is going to be massive, well, it's going to be a long night, but we will see what is going on. Because Bricks has already said there's been a few box leaks and rumours about this morning. We could see a couple of sets officially revealed in the next couple of days. Yes, I think we might be on to that kind of thing. I think it's going to be a rather interesting thing with regards to probably what's going to be happening, because we are going to be looking maybe at some new box artwork added to the Lego website today. Tomorrow, is it going to come on at midnight? Oh, I just don't know, but we're going to use Australia as a guide, and then we'll tuck into all of that stuff later on. And I will be doing another poll later, so we're going to do a double-rounded poll today. I don't know whether to do a poll with regards to what set myself I should buy next, or just carry on and get the next group stage out the way later on. But we only have a few bags left, and when I say a few bags, 2. We've got the toilet, which I'd like to now say is officially working with a flush. That has been fixed, so you can see there is a moving piece in there. You should be able to see that. I can see it. It's behind the brown. So, yeah, it's a black bit just up in there where the turd goes flowing through. So I did get hit in the face by a flying bit of turd, which hit me right in the forehead. It probably ended up in the sewage factory at Willy Wonka, and I now can't find them on the floor. But it does work. So yes, I'm back in the office at the moment. we will get some bits and pieces done. Back in the freezing cold as well, because don't forget I am just in a loft with no insulation, no heating or anything. But it is a beautiful day today. So how this works is slightly different with regards to how we do the live streams now in the evening. We've got like a double format going on, which is nice and exciting. You guys and girls, let me know what it is you're going to be building. Between bags and between breaks, I will then get all your bits and pieces up on the Lego website. We can still talk about rumors and all that kind of stuff as I'm building. And then this evening, because I won't be building anything, I can just be focusing on, like we have been doing, all of the sales and all of that kind of thing. Anybody knows anything about the Amazon 9 o'clock kickoff sale this morning in the UK? It'd be interesting to see if anybody got anything from that. So again, we'll be covering different bits and pieces like that. And this is going to be basically, I think, the format moving forward. I'll still be doing Lego update videos, and you can see what we're saying about this set last night and how beautiful this set actually is. And there's obviously all the videos. You can probably see now that I have actually placed all the bits in the middle, so I've got like a complete divide of the paths and everything. So there's lots and lots of different bits and pieces happening with regards to my own videos, which will be uploaded sporadically. And obviously we've got quite a lot of Lego news to cover between now and January, so there's going to be a lot of live stream bits and pieces coming. But yes, so in between bags, you let me know what it is that you're building, any rumors that you've heard. We'll get it up on the Lego website, and then this evening, kicking off at 8 p.m, we're going to be in for potential. It might be a long haul. It might be, but we will see. So I thought I'd do an 8 till 10 for those people in the UK that will just end up falling asleep. But if it gains traction like it did last night, I was only expecting to do an 8 till 10 last night, and there we were still at 12:30 with 20 odd people there. So we might be it might be an interesting thing. So yeah, we will see. But it's quite nice that we're sort of getting a format together. There's going to be lots and lots of live streams to come, like I said, between now and the new year. And obviously doing the format that I'm doing now rather than the format that I do in the evening, I've actually got space to build, and then I can share the screen and get on top of absolutely everything. And I'm assuming you guys and girls build bits and pieces during the day as well. So yeah, we'll share some information. This evening, we'll go back over any Bricklink stuff that we found out. And if there's any more rumors on that, we'll go over all of the Amazon bits and pieces, and we will obviously tuck into all of that kind of thing as well. And then I need to find the staff giveaway. I need to find out exactly what's going on with the 2025 giveaway, if it's even out in the UK yet. I did have a quick look, but item number 4002025 is embedded in my brain. That is the only number I've ever remembered in my life. And yeah, I am hunting down that. And I did send Jay a message before going, what should I get next? Do I get the Bricklink Designer Program, or do I get that set as the next live build, because I've got 2 bags left and then the building's done. I've got nothing else to build. And I would like to do a Christmas build for the rest of this period. And I very much enjoy doing the Christmas winter stuff. I've got some little bits and pieces that I need to sort of polish before I make up the Winter Village video for anybody that cares of seeing that. So there will be one of those appearing at some point. We are having a bit of a nightmare because there seems to be, as per normal, when I come up here, it's like a vortex and bits just go flying absolutely everywhere. So I could not tell you. That is a bright yellow. It's annoying. We'll carry on and see what we can do. So yeah, let us know what you're building. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what you're doing. And yeah, we can just chuck into this basically best we can. I am definitely dropped a piece somewhere. So how I'm going to redeem myself on that, because it is the special gold that they do. And I know 100% I do not have that about. And because this area that I am doing at the moment is absolutely battered with bits and pieces underneath, I'll just pretend it's there and I will come back to it. You watch, I'll forget about it, do a review with it and be like, forgot about that. Where's that going? Oh, nice. Yeah, so we've got a two bit that should be going that way, and I don't have the 2 bit, I don't think. It could be somewhere. It could be somewhere. So, Sugar Bricks, you doing anything exciting? Is anybody else doing anything exciting? Or if you're not, and you're just chilling out and getting ready for lunch, I am just going to do my best to get through this. We've got Jay's symbol. Sticker number 22 is a sticker of a toilet seat. So this is Jay's door, as he always comes live from the toilet. There we go, Jay. We have put that's my first ever toilet sticker I've ever added to this. And what I've done, I got that excited, not put the sticker on the right thing. That's where the sticker should have gone. Balls! I just put a toilet sticker on a window instead of a door. Come on, off you come. Got it. Not to panic. Where did that end up over there? Oh yeah, put the pieces back in the maybe the bit I need is actually over there then. I will have a look in a second. So Drubrick says the smaller winter giveaway is apparently going to be a little gingerbread train. Unfortunately, it starts on the 10th day after the gazebo finishes. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think the gingerbread train is going to be like the same as, it's going to be a smaller version of the last year's giveaway. But because it's a gingerbread train and they seem to be doing everything gingerbread related, I think I might like to potentially pick that smaller one up to go with the gingerbread house that's obviously in the display. But the gazebo is definitely needed because I'm going to get that. But again, this is what I say, it's really hard when you've got some high price point Winter Village bits. And if you get the Winter Village sets early, then you don't get the giveaways. But if you wait too late, you don't actually have time to build the Winter Village sets. So, like I said, I'm clearing this off. Pretty much going to be done today. If not, it might be done tomorrow, because I might tomorrow do a double. I might just do an hour live stream at 5 till 6 and then go live again at 8, whatever, as a bit of a recap kind of thing when everybody gets back in from work, just so it gives me ability basically to do what I'm doing now. Because bearing in mind, we were on live stream last night for 4.5 hours. I had the ice skating rink that I was going to build, and I didn't even manage to put 2 bits together because we were properly researching all the sets, and I really enjoy doing that as well. So it's kind of impossible to do both at the same time, but found it. We got it. That's all right. I didn't drop it. I just pushed it behind something because I am an absolute twonk. But yes, it's going to be interesting with those giveaways. And of course, sorry, everybody, we have got a poll that is running. If you're watching this on the replay, welcome. I've been carried away. So we are doing round number 3, group number 2 of a basically 4-way battle. Which set has the best building experience in your opinion? Django Slave 1, the big UCS, Soundwave, the Ninjago Dragon, or Gizmo? And we have got all of those running. Obviously, I'm going live purposely at a very awkward time just so I can get bits and pieces built. And then we will be kicking a live stream off later on this evening from 8 p.m, hunting down all of the sales stuff again, doing all of that kind of thing. And of course, researching different bits and pieces. Tim, I don't know. I'm live again later on. We will be trying to use other countries as a guide with regards to if they got anything. I will be hunting down the Australian website later on and seeing. Triggerick says that there's rumours of sets and boxes that have been released potentially today. So I want to see what that's about. And I have seen a very cheeky Easter egg from somebody that I follow on Instagram. Now, they are part of the program, so they get sent the sets from the Lego group. But they did a short video going, I wonder when the new modular is going to be coming. So that has to be a thing. It's on its way because they would already had it and they would have already built it. And they're already making space in their display, aren't they? Because they know exactly what it is. They know how big it is and everything else like that. So, yeah, with regards to Cyber Monday, I don't know. I don't know what the score is going to be with that. I am tempted just to. Well, we're gonna research and see basically all those bits and pieces first, and then we'll just kind of wait and see what happens later on with everything else, because I can't remember anything from the last Cyber Monday, because I was about this time last year I was really ill. In fact, this is the 30th is the day I actually got my results. So yeah, I found out how ill I was about a year ago, which is exciting. So that brings back memories of all of that kind of thing. So yeah, I missed Cyber Monday completely. But we saw in the Black Friday, and that was interesting. So Triggerick says, I'm not doing much, to be honest. Picked up my 2 Ninjago sets from Asda this morning. I'll check them out in a second. They include a few minifigured additions to my Emporium army. So you can't go wrong with your Emporium army because, well, you need quite a few of them. And when you do get to the Rising Dragon stuff, you'll understand why. Just drop something. No idea what that was. And yeah, you'll see what that's all about. And you'll be tucking into that. So I will get them up on the screen in a second. And in fact, I will do that now. And I can just make sure that this is working. Let's have a look. Is it going to load? Yes, slowly, but it's there. We're getting there. There we go. Right, so we are on for this. And right, so what has been picked up? 791. Okay. 7179 and a 1. That is on a go slow. Ah, the Spinjitzu race cars. Yes. See, these characters are used quite a lot. They're used quite a lot in the TV show. They do come back quite a lot. So it's quite good that you are picking up a fair few of those because yeah, they will be needed, and they are quite fun characters as well. So yeah, highly recommended backtracking some of those sets. I say it all the time, something that I would not be backtracking, obviously, because of what I'm trying to do with my theme park thing. And vehicles are basically my kryptonite because I have to leave them all alone because I can't really use them. The only ones I could get away with is the Fast and Furious cars, because there is now a new roller coaster opening up at Universal California, and the shop at Universal Florida has all of the movie prop cars in. So I did want to get some Speed Champion cars, specifically of Fast and the Furious. I could get away with that being in my display, but yeah, everything else, because obviously I'm doing what I'm trying to do from a theme park perspective. I just have to leave, and then yeah, just basically see what happens with the future themes. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. One Brick Stud, good afternoon. How are we? What are you building today? So One Brick Stud, I don't know if you know or if you've read further up, but we will be live again later on. Basically doing what we did last night, and I've just dropped another piece. So you can see why I don't tend to build too much up here, because this place is a vortex, and when I drop the pieces, I can never find them. They seem to be pinging off at the moment, so I don't even know what bit that was. Or was it one of those? Oh, it's one of those. I'm never finding that. See if I can get away with it. And yeah, so we're just sort of having a bit of a build and chat for 90 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. But the set that's on the screen now is one that Trucker Bricks has just picked up from Asda this morning, and 71794. 71794. Yeah, the other mech. So what was the sale on this one? That's a beast of a thing, that is. I remember seeing that the first day it came out. So it was in the glass cabinet in London, and it was with the other Ninjago set. Finish the 8080. Oh, jealous. I'm jealous. I want to be building up some winter stuff, and I haven't got anything yet. Because that has gone from obviously Lego entirely. So I won't be building that one up this year. And I am trying to find and whatever else I can do for the Bricklink, I think. But no, that 8080, we'll get that back on the screen in a second, is a beauty of a set. I'm assuming. So it's at 5 figures. Oh yeah, so it's the matching. Yeah, it's it. Yeah, because he's that geezer there. When you get to him, he's basically one of the main guys. So you've got one of the main one, 20% off. Yeah, it's not bad at all. And that mech's big as well. It's a chunky mech. You can see it's got its footwear on. And it's a 2-in-1. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool because you can just have them both together or sort of intertwined. But those minifigures are very, very strong. They do look very good. But yeah, you could definitely army build. You could definitely army build that up quite a lot if you really wanted to. But yeah, it's just like anything, isn't it? It's just how many of each do you keep going for, and then when's the right number? Because I don't think you can ever have too many. I can't wait. So is it coming out in the 1st? Because this is obviously what we're going to be covering later on. But is the Old Town reveal coming out in the 1st, or is it got a different date? Because we were talking about it last night, and I saw different dates pop up in the chat. Because the other thing is with the reveal, is that going to be shown at midnight? That's the thing. Are the new sets going to be available for pre-order as of midnight for Cyber Monday, or are they going to make us wait? That is the other thing, because obviously it's the 1st tomorrow, isn't it? So I don't know what is going to be happening. Like I said, I might use Australia as a guide, but I don't know. It's tomorrow. So is it going to be midnight then? Are we looking at a midnight upload for pictures? are we not? Oh, I'm confused now. So I was, like I said, I'm going live, kicking off at 8 o'clock tomorrow anyway. Because we had the build up last time from 10:30. We did it from 10:30 till 12. But I'll go live at 8 like I did last night. And then if we start hearing rumours of bits and pieces, we might just be in for the long haul like we were last night because we broke midnight easily. I don't know if that's a sensible idea or not. And then, of course, we'll be going live again tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock, regardless of what happens, to talk about any new sets that are on the website. So if it's going to be a Ninjago day tomorrow, that is going to be rather exciting. Because I have seen 0 images. Good afternoon, Chibo. How are we? We are just currently talking about what potentially will be released at midnight tonight, and I will be live later. So this is just a little chat and build. But we are umming and ahhing about what is going to be shown. So that's what, the 4th one I've done? Not doing a very good, found it, but I'm doing a very good job at grabbing onto these pieces today. Don't know why. I don't know why. They're all landing on the Dungeons and Dragons castle. I just can't see. I just can't see where it is. So everybody that's in the background, welcome to everybody. There is a poll running. We are literally just having a chat and build, and then umming and ahhing about the. Let's just off. Right. Hi. When are you going to build the Ninjago market? Well, there it is. It is already there. We are on the last few bags. So currently building it in the background. Did they now? Right. Well, we'll find those images later. That will be what we'll start with. I am intrigued with that. So yeah, currently just building up the last few bits on here. So the poll at the moment is 29% for the Django, 43% for Soundwave, 29% for the Dragon. Gizmo is voteless for the 3rd time. Is there any surprise with that? Nice. So good afternoon to everybody. So yeah, we'll be on here for another sort of maybe hour and a half by the time I built, because this is it. I should finish it in this live stream, and then we will, as we're going through, I better make a note of the intro where I can try and find some of these images and talk about some of these sets. And well, this is what we don't know yet. So this is the thing. It's like we don't know if there's going to be discounted sets. We don't know what's going to be coming out. So late by 8 o'clock this evening, we should have a much better understanding of what sets are available, what sets are coming out by then, anything and everything that is actually going to be happening. Because Triggerbricks has just said that there's 3 box images leaked this morning from the new Ninjago stuff. Apparently the old Tang will have around 4,800 pieces. So that's amazing. We don't know anything, Shibo, about the Cyber Monday discounts. We got away from Triggerbricks to Shibo and Shibo back to Triggerbricks. So yeah, say hello to everybody as you're plonking on. So yes, and also one brick stud has just finished building the 8080 gingerbread. Now I literally was going to make, well, just before I went live, it did look like the Star Trek giveaway was back. So I actually clicked on it and it gave me the price. It didn't say out of stock, but I put in the Enterprise into my basket and it didn't attach it to the basket. So I'm assuming that they're in the process of updating bits and pieces on their own website. So we will have to see and wait what's going to be happening with all of that, because I would imagine there'll be quite a few people itching for news on that. But I'm very, very intrigued to know what is going on with Cyber Monday. What's going to happen? Where are we going to be? It might be a late one. It might be a long one and a late one, which is absolutely fine, because yesterday flew. So I don't mind doing another long stint. And at the same time, we'll be researching the Winter Village sets. Where can I actually get one? Might be a live purchase. Who knows? There might be a live purchase on that. But yeah, we are ticking over. You guys can go. Let me know what it is you are what you're building in the background, and I can plonk that up on to the Lego website. So hopefully everybody has had a successful Black Friday at the moment. You can, guys and girls, can let me know what you think is going to be in the Cyber Monday, if anything at all, because obviously it's, well, I just can't remember last year. I cannot remember anything about last year at all. So potentially, well, let's be honest, they've surprised us with Black Friday, haven't they? Nobody was thinking that they were going to do what they did, and obviously they surprised everybody with that. So if they are going to do anything for Cyber Monday, we might be here for it. And especially if there's going to be more, because the rumors for Black Friday happened a few hours before. Well, we were saying about the modular as well, because I've seen a couple of short videos of people that are ambassadors, and they're sort of sat there looking at their own Lego city going, oh, I wonder when there's going to be news for the modular. So is that coming tomorrow? Is that coming this afternoon for tonight for tomorrow? Because I don't think those images will leak, because it's in the Lego system. No other place has it. So they should keep that under lock and key. And then it should just come, the images should just come straight out. So, because I wouldn't imagine those sets would be sent to store just yet. So if they wanted to keep it properly secret, they would have sent all the sets out to the ambassadors. They'll put it on their own Lego website, and then obviously as part of the Christmas delivery, they'll be getting the new modulars in. So if nobody's actually seen it in store yet, that means nothing can be leaked, which is great. And then it'd be a really nice surprise for a change with regards to what is actually going to be coming and happening. But like people have been saying, what size is it going to be? Is it going to be a tall one? Is it going to be a base plate and a half? Is it going to be a double base plate? I don't know. I don't know what anything's going to be. And do we actually know what it is potentially going to be? Because obviously the name was mixed up for a start. And what I find quite interesting is, since people got the name wrong, hardly anybody has mentioned anything else about the modular at all, because we now know that the street was actually the Christmas one. So because they got that a little bit wrong, have people gone quiet because they're not 100% sure what it is all to do with? Right, I am missing one piece on there, and I will find that later. At least I know what bit it is I knocked off, because the set that we were looking at yesterday, which is this one, this is the one that everybody thought the name of, wasn't it? About modular stuff at the moment. This is the name, I do believe, of what people thought this was going to be, because this is the street, isn't it? I'm assuming that this is the street, but it's not quite a street because it's back to back. Ooh, okay. Well, we will, because we've got a lot of time to kill later on, Trickle Bricks. So I'll be looking at those. We'll look at them later on, because it'll be interesting if any more images come out by that point, and we can see what we can find. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time, because I think I just don't know what they will do with announcing the newer bits and pieces, and when it is that they're going to do it, and just what is going to happen overall, because everybody's sort of like, well, we are obviously a month away tomorrow And can anybody, because the Natural History Museum, if you remember, one year that did come out early, and then obviously, wow, that was the other bit I knocked off, was it? And then obviously, they did that as one test, didn't like it, and they never did it again. So it's yeah, it's gonna be an interesting few days, I think. But yeah, I think this is the one that everybody thought was going to be the new modular with regards to the name, and it didn't quite happen on that. So if that's the case, what's it going to be? What is it going to be? Because we have heard people say they think it's going to be XYZ, but I've not heard anybody say much about it since the name change. Because don't forget the giveaway. If you remember last year, everybody was trying to guess what the giveaway was going to be and what the giveaway made the set to be. And yeah, it's trying to decipher stuff. And sometimes they throw a curveball at you, and they're not daft. The Lego group's not daft, but are you impressed by the images, Trickle Bricks? Is it something that is on your list? And of course, are the images from that you found? Are they all to do with the anniversary? Because obviously, have they got? Can you see the sets that are? Can you see the sets that are in there? Sorry, the sets that are in there. Obviously, you can see the sets. Can you see the minifigures that are in there? Because that's the key thing for a lot of people. Because it's going to be: are they all elemental masters? Which first time in the line, or is it just going to be a complete mismatch of stuff? Because yeah, it's since the first image, the first official image came out, and we saw what it was all to do with. It got quite exciting quite quickly, I thought. I honestly, at the start of this live stream, I must have knocked with my sleeve about 6 or 7 pieces on the floor, and this one's bright white. There it is, got it. Landed on the Disney castle. It's fine. There's an unhealthy amount of sets that need to be displayed underneath there. It goes upside down. I'm dribbling this. How's that work? Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Tutorial says, no, I think they're just smaller play sets. They did have figure descriptions from the old town with no image. Ooh. So what have you heard with regards to that? Yeah, so almost done. Literally, well, let's be honest. There is a fully functional working toilet with a toilet sticker where Mr. J. Dodwell's Stig fig could potentially go. So J's Toy Collection UK can be sat in there, I think, because it is a fully functioning flush. And I might have to get a plumber involved as well. So that is the most detail I've ever seen. I mean, look at it. It is a fully working toilet with toilet roll and everything else. And that is the build experience I think you guys are going to get if you get the Orient Express, if that does go into a Cyber Monday sale. Hello, Seth Builds. How are we? Good afternoon to you. Yeah, with regards to the build for this, because we are, literally last bag and a half. It's a big thing. And what I will do is, obviously, once this is finished, I will then just start to do some review videos with the city, the garden, the docks, and everything else. Hello, Seth Build. Welcome. So all we do here, Seth, is just literally have a chit-chat build, and we've got the Lego website up in the background, so I'll get off my ugly mug so you can see these bits, for example, and then just let us know what it is you're building, anything that you want to talk about, and then yeah, we can just have a look, see at some of the other little bits and pieces as well. So yeah, welcome to Seth. Hopefully you are good. Did you get anything over the Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend? Let me know and I can type it in. And we will, obviously, as I'm going through the pieces and things like that, also check the back dates of bits and pieces like this, for example, everybody is doing. Because we are on the countdown to Cyber Monday. So basically what we are doing is kind of doing a bit of a product research ready for a live stream later on, because when we know a little bit more, and then we can hunt down those little bits and pieces, and of course take part in the poll, because there is a poll running which is 4 rounds of 4 sets. This is round 3 of this group, so this group's faced each other twice already, and it's which set has the best building experience, and it's at the moment 20% for the Slave 1. Soundwave's now winning, and the Guardian Dragon, so they're now drawing. Gizmo has had nothing. There's been nothing for Gizmo. And of course, has anybody had any news of when their Enterprise is going to be delivered? I know Jay, he's got dispatched, but I don't know. I haven't spoken to him about it, so I don't know if that's a thing or not. So yeah, that's what we are basically, Seth, just chilling out and just finishing this off. So I'm glad you're good. I'm glad everybody is okay. And yeah, I think with regards to the display, like it's just things like this with regards to like the air conditioning on the roof, and it is very, very, very good. And I know obviously this was like a hot cake when from the Black Friday, so that's why I kind of want to finish it. Now because I want to get a little. It's not really a review video, but more of a comparison video of what this scales like with last year's and the city and stuff. But yeah, it's just an interesting word of the afternoon. I've said interesting like 400 times so far. It's just a nice thing to see how it scales with the other little bits and pieces. And then yeah, I've just got to make a bit of space, and I'll start probably filming either this afternoon or tomorrow. And we'll do this with the gardens, this one with the city, the docks, and then I want to do a video of displaying all of them. And that might be the sort of like the Christmas Eve video. It might be getting them all displayed for the first time and seeing what they all look like, which I think people might be quite interested in, because obviously the Ninjago news might be quite hot for the new year as well. So there is method to the madness, and yeah, we will see. But no, with regards to a fully functioning everything, yeah, works. I think it works quite well. And Hubert says, I started to feel bad for the Goonies. Well, we all came up with a top 16 of the year. I mean, let's be honest, Willy Wonka was in that, and I think out of pity for Willy Wonka, everybody started to vote for Willy Wonka. So because Willy Wonka won its last round, so it has a potential to be in the final. So I'm not too sure how that actually will stack up against its other finalists. But of course, this poll will be running up to the Christmas, through the Christmas period into the new year, and yeah, it'd be good to see. Yeah, there's a lot of great sets in there. But it is quite interesting to see with how all of a sudden, when the pressure's on, something that you thought might do quite well, when it goes up against something else, just does not stand a chance. But then the Game Boy has held its own. The Game Boy is going strong. So there just seems to be a couple of weaker. Not so much they're weaker. There's just a lot of great sets that it's going against. It's not like we purposely put in a stink, because don't forget, we did put Wonka in as a replacement for the Harry Potter, because it just made it slightly easier. Because don't forget Jay and his length. We were going to put that one in, and I mean, potentially people might have voted for that one, but I still don't think that would have done amazingly well. But again, all the detail, like all the other roofs, look, it's got all of this fantastic detailing on top. The aerials and things, and these are huge. You've got the different satellite dishes and yeah, all sorts of nice stuff going on this one. But I suppose the question I want to start asking everybody now, and if is what kind of builds do you like to see? Do you like to see builds of just stuff that you've got that you've not built yet, or stuff that you don't actually would ever get, but you'd like to see the build process? Say, for example, what we were looking at yesterday, or what I've been popping up on the website with regards to the employee gift. Would you like something like that as a last build? It's going to be a winter one. I want it to be a winter build, and we've got basically 4 contenders. And those contenders are the white train, which won't take very long to do, but that's a 20-year-old set. So that potentially could wait until next year, because I've just built a train. We've got the big Christmas tree. I don't know what you guys and girls think of the big Christmas tree, but I've got potential that I'll get the Christmas tree with the gazebo. There we go. It's got the sticker on. Fantastic. And then it's the Bricklink and the employee giveaway. So there's three sets, and one of those I want to do as a like I am now, just having a bit of a chit chat just during the day, or earlier in the evenings. Because I think that's what I might start to do. I might, if I've got time to do it, I might come in from work, do like a hour build for 4 till 5 or 5 till 6, and then a couple of times a week go 8 till 10 in the UK, and on the Friday obviously go much later, like we've been doing, because there's going to be so much news to talk about as well. That way we kind of get the best of both worlds and we get everybody's opinion. So, because I'm sure people like to build earlier on in the evening, and then when they get tired, they probably just don't do anything. And I'm the same. So, well, I think a lot of people did expect the Game Boy to be a dark horse. So I will go through the scores in a second of what they are. So I know this is amazing, but I've actually nearly finished this bag. So we are going to be opening up bag 50 and 51, which 51's tiny and 50's not too bad. So we have officially nearly finished this set. Bearing in mind, this has taken me 4 times longer to do than the Death Star, because for the Death Star, I was just stopping all the time. No, for the Death Star, I didn't stop. Whereas this is the set that's created the pole, it's created absolutely everything. It's created a headache with where some of the pieces are. That one here. I've got a spare one of them, so worst case it will do. So with regards to this pole, Game Boy, obviously we found out yesterday that it's come third. It's come second, third, and third. So it's doing well. Goonies has just been rock bottom all the time. The Death Star, because it's won twice now, which I'm quite surprised about. The problem is the next round, I think they've all got a shout, because it's what set has the best playability. And I mean, the Death Star's got Leia, the Goonies tells a story, so the Goonies might get some point on that. But the Game Boy can actually be turned into a Game Boy. So, and the Black Pearl is also, all 4 of those sets for that competition could do very, very well. So yeah, it's going to be fruity. I think it's going to be fruity, but we are sticking out the side of the building on this. Taking that bit off twice now. So yeah, it adds on a lot of size, a lot of width, but I think it's gonna look good when this is actually all together. There is one red piece that has gone walkabout, and I can't remember knocking that one off, so we can blame Rocky, because he's probably come up here and I've got it. I won't blame Rocky. Found it. It was a bit that I knocked off. So that is now fully complete on that bit. So you've got the double red bit just on the side, which is nice. Apparently, Tricklebrick says we're getting the Time Twins in the Old Town set. 2 very expensive minifigures. You wanted them previously. Ooh. Well, there'd be no harm, as that bag's finished, having a quick look at who Sugar Bricks is talking about. And like I said, we'll do a proper deep dive later with all of those. But if there's expensive minifigures being involved, I can take a swig of this. I've got some Malteser chocolate from last week. I didn't finish it, and it's still there. It's frozen solid as well. I see a certain name popping up. We have got For the Empire. How are we? I wonder if the Republic will come in and all the other people will come in. But hello to Empire R2. Hopefully you are good. So Sugar Bricks has just said about what set were they in? Do we know? What set were they in? Time Twins. Time Twins. Ninjago Time Twins. Good grief, they are expensive. They are very, very expensive. So it's Acronics and Crooks, I think is how, I don't know. Also known as Hands of Time. I don't know what Lego set they were in. 70626 they were in. 70626. 70626. Is it available? It is available. Here we go. So are we getting a redo? This is exciting. Yeah, me and Sugar Bricks found that at the same time. Is the one. So true, these minifigures are £100, which means people now will be furious because they're getting a redo. But this was also at the time where Lego got very, very lazy adding on the minifigures. So I think it might be easy to see them on the box. Awful picture. So this came out way back when. It's the Masters of Spinjitzu series. That better picture. So those two Time Twins down there with all of their printing on. I know it's an awful image from the Lego group, but they are worth. They are £100, and if they are on that list, well, the Republic has been reorganized into the First Galactic Empire. Well, I did wonder if it was the same. I did wonder if it was the same one. So obviously, it's just all been reformed, taken over. Well, hopefully you are good. Did you get anything anything delivered over this weekend? Right, guys and girls, it is official. The last 2 bags are being opened. So what's arrived for you? What turned up this weekend? Because obviously now we're into that sort of phase of bits and pieces being delivered. And I tell you another thing that I would like, obviously with doing this, and now I've got the space at that end for obviously one reason and another. The Holy Grail set for me, the map from the Masters of Spinjitzu. Don't worry, nothing bad will happen to the clones. Fair enough. As long as they're looked after. As long as they're looked after. Yeah, I would like that. That'd be a set that is sort of on my list for next year, I think. Like I said, I'm going to be much more selective with the stuff that I'm going to be getting. And I don't know, maybe try and be more of a, not so much of a completionist, but try and get a lot of stuff from the same, because like the Ninjago stuff, I'm only going to be missing technically 2, but I don't know if the tournament one would work with all of these. But the older one with the water underneath, I think, works really nicely. And I cannot remember what one it is. I can visualize it. It's the 3 buildings with the bridge going across, with the water going underneath, with the water wheel around it. It's the series where that is their main HQ. And it's also where she got her elemental master. She became the elemental master of water. So I've given you enough clues, but I still can't remember it myself. So if somebody could actually let me know. because I'm dribbling with regards to what that one is called. But yes, so Tricklebrick says we're apparently getting the Time Twins in the Old Town set, who were very expensive figures. You previously wanted them. Yes, so those are very, very, very pricey. Yeah, what we'll do later on is see what value some of those minifigures are that have been on that list, and see what set they were in. And because it would be very interesting if the minifigures separately to try and buy now would be more expensive than buying the set. Because obviously when you try and backtrack some of these figs, it gets very, very pricey. So if they are going to, because I'm assuming in the Old Town where they're not only just giving us first, because they did say that they're going to give us first time in the line figures, but are they also giving us some old school minifigures that are worth a lot of money? Shuba said all the retired sets that sold out right away during the Insiders weekend are hitting crazy prices right now on the secondary market. Do you think they'll continue to rise, or there's always a Christmas panic, isn't there? Because people want them for Christmas gifts and all those other little bits and pieces, and then it'll plateau out. I suppose the best thing to look for if you're going from the Ninjago set is the Gardens. The Gardens, when that came out, was 279 or 229, I think. So now if you want to have a quick look and see what that's selling for, that'll give you a rough idea of what it is. I would imagine, because the 8080 went straight up to about £1,000 and it stayed there. But this is last year's Gardens, isn't it? This is last year's set that did the same thing. Gardens. Yeah, so this is the one that came in last year. Question is how much is this going for now? Because this was the one that was 299 when it came out. I think it was 299 when it came out. So that this now should have plateaued off. So you have a rough idea of how expensive this one is, and it'll do the same thing for this one. But it doesn't surprise me, because a lot of people might be panicking for the Razor Quest, so maybe that might go torpedoing up, even though that is still available at the regular price in the UK if you wanted that kind of thing. But that is a very, very good point, because obviously talking about retired stuff, it does get very expensive very quickly, and then it kind of simmers. It doesn't really, it goes up, it comes back down, and then I think what it sort of kind of tends to do is year on year, it gets a little bit more expensive, just like another $20 or £10 or whatever. And then before you know it, it's just outrageously expensive. But yeah, this will be the one to use as a price guide, just because of it's been out for so long. And because it's been out for so long, then it's basically a case of how much more expensive is it, because that's what this one's definitely going to do. And like I said, I got this one. I got this one, obviously, the double points before the Insiders weekend. I've been sat on this one a while, and yeah, I mean, I don't know if I did the right thing or not, because if this did what the Razor Quest did, I would never have got it. So I think I was safe. Oh, so the Lion Knights Castle 600. Yeah, so the Lion Knights will go for a huge amount. I think, honestly, that Batman artwork will go for quite a bit. So I think that will be a standard price for those. So what they're selling for now will probably be standard. It might jump down ever so slightly, and then it'll go up, and then it'll just overtake it. So yeah, the artwork and the cat, it just does, because it appreciates more than gold. So on a year-on-year basis, like that Batman set, I think will become a collector's piece. The Shadow Box has gone up by a huge amount of money as well, if I remember rightly. But the Shadow Box went up. It took a while. I think the Shadow Box took about a year for it to go up, and then because I think John was saying that it's gone up quite a bit on the aftermarket. But yeah, some sets just skyrocket, and others just sort of trickle over. But Trickle Bricks says, look out for a segue. Trickle Bricks says the City Gardens is still around the original retail price on eBay. I think the markets will go up a lot faster. Yeah, it'd be interesting, because obviously both of these two go together, and I guess the markets, obviously, with it being a new TV show, maybe people didn't quite know what it was, because the Ninjago City came out with the film, but the TV show was about for ages. So maybe people got a little bit confused with regards to what it was. And now that this TV show is going to be going on for a long time, there is a very good potential that all of that will go up over a period of time. But this one might go up much quicker because it's bigger. I don't know which one better, to be honest. I will be putting them side by side, and we will be taking a good look and a comparison of just to see which one is better. It went up to $700 after times 3 points at the event. Ooh, ouch! Did you get the shadow box? I'm sure the City Gardens was available for a lot longer on the Insiders Weekend. That's true. Yeah, I think it was. I think it literally was there between both weeks. But I think the one that's not going to hold its value, or actually saying that, I think the one that might be a sleeping horse is going to be the workshop, because it looks a lot worse than everything else. But I think over a period of time, people get a little bit itchy and they'll want it. The problem is that this workshop's got at the moment is that it's been sold against this thing. It came out spontaneously and nobody thought it was going to be coming out. And now it's going to go up against another amazing set. So anybody that slept on the workshop because they wanted this thing, well, this thing's better. And now there's a better thing coming out again. So it might start to slide under the radar. The Clones Underground are too. The Empire was not that cool. Fair enough. I can imagine it wasn't that fun. Oh, yeah, so of course you got times 3 points on it, didn't you? Yeah, they did everything they could to get rid of that shadow box, and then all of a sudden, when it's gone, boff, it just goes straight up. Yeah, it just goes straight up. Yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? I think if you know what you want, that's what I'm doing next year. If you know what you want, you've got to just go for that, and then anything else is going to be it'll be a bonus. So, like I say, I'm going to be very, very selective. Really, you can see why after yesterday, why I go on about the Winter Village stuff so much with regards to what I like to do with that kind of thing. So I get a lot of enjoyment out of that theme. I get a lot of enjoyment out of this, a lot of enjoyment out of the Marvel. The Star Wars stuff is good, but there is other reasons why I have to get rid of this for potential things that are going to be happening next year. So I just have to sell all of those and then use the money elsewhere. But then I am thinking, see this huge space that's behind me? I would like a massive train track, is what I'm thinking. All of this train track, and then where I'm sat can actually just be my building area, because it makes sense it being here. And yeah, have the train with the track all wrapped around it. What do you think? Would it be nice to? Because I reckon I could get 5 tracks deep with a couple of train stations on that bit, and the track isn't that expensive compared to a UCS set, for example. And I think you can make it look quite effective. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Am I making the right decision with that? The monstrosity up top will stay. That'll stay, but the other bits and pieces I'm thinking might go. So yeah, the big cheese might go. The 8080 would go. That would go. I'd keep the cantina, but that would all go. And then I would, yeah, but it's got a very. It's either I bring the horror stuff up onto the top of the table and put the train track underneath, but I think I'd prefer the train track up top, and I could make that as a proper busy thing with lots of different trains on, because I've always liked them, because I remember the first ever train I got as a kid from my mum for Christmas. It was the black passenger train, I think came out in 97, and it was the motorized voltage one, and it had all the bits on, addicted to that, used it all the time, built it all up. So yeah, I think there'd be a lot more meaning to it. So yeah, I've got personal reasons why I'm having to get rid of these, and then I can tag team in something much cheaper but make a big display with it. So yeah, we will see. We will see. And but yeah, I'll keep the main bits of the walkthrough, because obviously the reason why I was doing all of this was for a big Star Wars walkthrough. But yeah, there's something that's already popped up in the pipeline for next year, and I'm going to have to sort of change the way I'm doing something, which is absolutely fine. So I might have to be doing the live streams and taking some of the bigger pieces apart, maybe. So when I'm not building anything, I might be stripping it down. But yeah, if you know anybody that might be interested in a AT-AT or a sail barge or something like that, just let me know. They are fully complete with all the figures there. I mean, don't forget they're a screen prop as well, so they've got to be worth that little bit more. And of course, they've been built by the worst idiot ever, which is me. So yeah, quite like to do the train. The train, I think. It just landed on my neck. Where did that go? Ah, that went under the chair. That's the piece I dropped. So I found all the pieces now that I dropped at the start, which is great. But I've just dropped another thing. So I was about to say, we're all up to date with that one. So, little black roller skate. Got it. There we go. We are now officially 100% complete on this as well. But yeah, I think I could potentially get the track all linked together. Because I could potentially have a track on top of a track as well, like a different scale thing. So only after I've seen how nice the back section's starting to come together, with all of the paths that you can see and all the other little bits and pieces, and then obviously the bit that's behind me, and that's all going to be pathed up with the 8 studs and the 16 studs going all the way back. There's space for another roller coaster at the back. Yeah, it's sort of just like, oh, do I, don't I? But that decision will be made in January. So that decision will be made once I've done the winter build. That decision will be made, and then we will go. But yeah, I think the trains will be better up top than on the floor. Because underneath here, I've got the Rivendell, because you guys haven't seen it, have you? You can't see it on the live stream. I've got Rivendell, Lord of the Rings Eyeball, the Shire, Dungeons and Dragons, which I think I'd like to keep. But I have got the big Disney castle, the Snow White, and the Beauty and the Beast castle, which I could potentially just get rid of as well, just to create some space, really. So I've got the Bricklink Designer Program castle. I'm ahhing about that one, but yeah, I've got all the horror sections all going to stay. So yeah, it's just a couple of sort of tweaks and changes for next year, just for one reason or another. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because I've got all the boxes, got all the instruction booklets, got all those other little bits and pieces with it. Can't really be bothered to take it apart. So ideally, somebody can just collect it. I'll drop it off to them. I don't care. That's very true, actually. Yeah, because the Venator because the Venator, look, is there. So it's on a whole table by itself, and the gunship balls is over in that corner. I could just box all of those up and then just put them in storage. So yeah, it's a hybrid reasons, really, because I'm going to need to free up some bits and pieces for next year for certain stuff, and then sort of thinking at the same time, well, actually, this would be the perfect opportunity to do, because I haven't seen that many people. I've seen people that have got like a full train room, but this is quite a big space, don't forget, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 3, 6, 9. That's 18 to 20 base plates of space just on that table. And then also I could wrap it round basically to where I am. So yeah, it's definitely food for thought. And I can have them moving and driving around while the videos are on, which will be pretty cool. I wonder how many people get sick of watching the train just go around the track. Yeah, we will wait and see. We will wait and see on that. But that's a good idea. The Venator and the sail barge, you could box them back up for the moment if you needed the space, and then sell them after they've retired, and just sell the gunship and the AT-AT for now. Yeah, that's a good call. That is a good call. Because I don't actually know what the AT-AT and the gunship's worth, to be honest. I haven't got a clue. But that's actually quite a good idea. It's just annoying because that thing doesn't take up that much space. But I could, yeah. Because I do need a streaming area up here as such, like a bit more of a building bit, because obviously we're now doing these kind of things. We've got the Death Star to blame, basically. That's what it comes down to. Because it's so much fun putting that Death Star together. The Death Star's kind of killed the rest of the Star Wars stuff, and then it stops me wondering about trying to keep making space for these huge sets. I mean, realistically, what I probably should have done is just got them in play scale and just had them, because the play scale to the minifigure scale would have been like a walkthrough that I would have seen at Windsor. Whereas I've gone for the huge models and gone, oh, I can't really make it how I want to make it. But no, you could have like the smaller X-Wing, the smaller TIE Fighter, or the 80, and just have them in a much condensed display, and then just have the Death Star as the main event, because the size of the Death Star at Legoland Windsor would have been the equivalent of that to a standard X-Wing. Just everything's bigger. So like the Venator, you've got to imagine if the Venator that we're looking at now, the Death Star it would literally take up the whole of this room. So that was the kind of one thing I wanted to try and do, but it didn't quite work out. But as we all seem to, I think everybody quite likes a train. I don't think they get enough attention. I don't think they sell enough of them either. It'd be good fun to try and, because if I say, right, I would like some trains, and we can do this research later on as well, but what ones do you think I should try and backtrack that I could have up here permanently? What ones would look good on display, just with displays around them up at the station, and just all those sorts of things. Because there's a few nice trains about, isn't there? And I know people make up extra carriages for them, but I think that might be quite a nice little. That'd be a long project series, but like what I'm doing with the Marvel one, because we've got like 10 parts of the Marvel. I've got some more Marvel bits and pieces to get to, and then basically we'll be ready and waiting for Gotham X-Men Mansion at the right time. So that won't be touched then, because it'll be done. Everything will be finished. Paths will be in, everything else. Then we'll move on to the Ninjago, get all of that done like we've done with the Marvel stuff. So the Ninjago project will start halfway through December, maybe, if not to kick off in January. Get all the paths and everything together for that, and then while that's happening, I was thinking then maybe starting to do the get rid of the Star Wars stuff, and then after whatever's sold is sold, put that money to the one side, and then anything else that I know that I can just use, I can then use it potentially on just some extra track. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at some Lego trains. So the Lego train 603. Let's have a look at that. The passenger train. Yeah, there's quite a few passenger trains out, isn't there? So let's have a look. So yeah, that's the one that's out and about at the moment. There's a few of these. I know you've got older ones as well, so I have to have a bit of a hunt down for some of the older trains. She asks, do you have any of the Bricklink train related sets? No, but I think I was thinking about that yesterday, because there's a couple of stations. There's one really expensive one, which is just far too much money, but one of the more recent stations that's come out, I think would look really nice. So I could potentially build them up with some of the stations and the displays with the Bricklink sets. So it would still be a really detailed display to make up, but it wouldn't be as pricey, which is always a good thing. So it's not as much money. That would be good. Like I've always said, as long as it's enjoyable, which I think it would be. I think it would be a fun project. But that's just something that can be done over a period of time, because I've got plenty of. Because don't forget the other thing, and the other reason why it's sort of in the back of my head, I'm favouring train stuff, is because I've taken all the track up. So if you've noticed, there's no track going around any of those tables, whereas a couple of weeks ago it was full of track. But yes, I put some of the Switch track in the Winter Village displays you guys saw yesterday, but I've got a lot of track left over, and seeing how amazing the track is with the Switch track coming off, this is the only place that's big enough to do it. I thought, oh yeah, I could do that, and then have the stations around it, and yeah, because I could get quite a few trains, because I could almost make it like it's the end of the line. So I don't know if anybody's gone to like a airport train station, for example, where it's literally you're in a huge station with multiple tracks. I was thinking of doing that with all the different stations would literally be the platforms, and then they're all going off towards the green, and it all basically feeds. Say it goes 6 tracks into 6 into 4 into 2 into 1, which I think would look quite smart. Loads of minifigures. I can permanently then have the construction crew on display as well. So yeah, let us know what you think of that idea, and we'll do quite a bit of research into that this evening, with regards to potential trains that I could get, because the track's easy enough to get, and out of everything, it makes a huge impact, and it's not that much money in comparison, obviously, to lots of other bits and pieces. So yeah, I think that might be the way. I think that might be the way to go. Yeah, so I could move. I'm just thinking I could actually move the Star Wars stuff safe somewhere, and then slowly start to take it apart and actually clear. Maybe that could be the Christmas project. I could treat myself just to a couple of bits of cheap train track and just start it. So Triggerick says you get close to about £1,000 for the 2. You might get more as they're all boxed back up nicely. The gunship is selling for around £250, and the 8080 around £750, 25 on eBay. Fair enough. The Clone Underground now too. I would like to buy your Venator for 0 crowns. I'm afraid I might have to decline that offer. Yeah. I like the hustle though. I respect the hustle. But no, is that also something you guys would like to see? Would you like to see that? Because obviously I would be building like Bricklink stations up and other trains up on the stream. It's just different, isn't it? Just something a little bit different. Because my main piece that I've always ever wanted is that Death Star, and it's been done. So anything else really is a bonus. And that and the cantinas are 2 things I remember from Windsor. And the one thing that has always put me off, and obviously Jay winds me up about getting all the bits and pieces, but I've always said that the battle packs and everything are far too overpriced, and I think they're just going to get worse and worse next year. And if you do remember, I did say that I used to have the Falcon and the other little bits and pieces, and I did get rid of them, because I just thought then that it was all getting too expensive for the Star Wars licensing. I do like to build them, and I know there's a lot of fan base for it, but I just don't think I can make the ships work on the tables. Because obviously what I could have done is, where this is to my left-hand side, I still potentially could do is put the Enterprise on this table to my left and have it as like a space table display with a roller coaster and things, but I don't know. What about 1,875 crowns? That sounds like a lot of crowns to me. Yeah, the Christmas sleigh first. Yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So the actual I know a lot of people have been. So I've had 1 or 2 people message me actually about the display, so which is really nice. So we've got the Christmas build that'll be happening. What set that will be, I don't know, but that will be happening. And then of course what we will do is by next Thursday, Friday, there'll be a video of the Winter Village up on there, and then yeah, we can just see what it's all about. So yeah, so you'll be, because it's never going to be finished. That's the thing with that display, the Winter Village one, because I'll do the video, then the gazebo might turn up, and the Winter Village build will turn up. So it changes every single year. I do, and spend a little bit of time plonking them together. Wrong way round. Right, with regards to the poll, no luck on the Christmas toy store yet. Nothing yet. No, we'll be doing all the research later on, and I can't see any of them in the UK at all. So there's nothing on that. Now, this is the set that we are. I haven't found that yet. And the poll is ticking over nicely as well. So got more votes than normal, and we've gone on much earlier than normal with regards to doing this sort of poll. So Soundwave and the Ninjago Dragon are at 36% each. The Slave 1 at the moment is in 3rd place, and Gizmo is on a big fat nothing. But no, it's going to be this or the Bricklink Designer Program, I think, for the winter build. As a backup, I was actually thinking of the Home Alone house, but I think that will wait until next year. And then I think what I would do is I would potentially get the big Christmas tree, and I would just build that in my own time. So I'll be doing like two parallel Christmas builds, because I don't know what the price point is on the giveaway. I do want that Christmas tree as well, because it reminds me putting the Christmas tree up with the cats, and the cats just sit at the bottom and wondering what's going on, and they start whacking the baubles as you go. So I can just build that up every year. We've all got our own reasons for these things, haven't we? So but I am also tempted to actually go into the Lego store and pick it up when the giveaway comes out. So does anybody know that what day giveaway is? So as we're talking about the gazebo, it's still officially on the Lego website, obviously. There's no information on it yet. So does anybody know what day they're on for this? Because I think that would be a really nice thing. And Ryan's very kindly going to send me another hot chocolate stand, so I can add that to the display as well. So there'll be a couple of things that'll be missing from the next upload, but I can send photos and pop them up on Instagram and whatever else. This looks like we are making sushi. What are we doing with it? It is. It's just, I've got a sushi tile. I've got 2 of them. But what day is that though? So 5th of the 6th. But what day is it? What day does it fall on? I actually thought it was the 3rd, but it could be the 5th. I wouldn't imagine we would get staggered bits, because the giveaways finish at midnight tomorrow, don't they? So they finish on the 1st. So yeah, probably would be the. So is that, are they saying it's Thursday, Friday? Yeah, so I think it might be pretty cool to go into the actual Lego store, pick up the big Christmas tree with the BAM minifigures, but depending on what day that falls on will depend on what day I film the upload. So it's good. The Winter Village upload will be uploaded by this time next week. So yeah. So anybody that is interested in that, it will be coming, and we are running out pieces for the completion of this set, which is exciting. Because we're at the bigger, chunkier pieces again, and because they're all different colours, it's actually really easy to find the pieces and speak and do the bits and pieces online at the same time. So that works out to be perfectly. Oh, 3rd. So that's Wednesday. Wednesday the 3rd then. Ooh. Don't know if I can. Don't think I can go up on Wednesday. Wednesday's my busiest day of the week. I wonder if I could. No, I can't. Definitely can't on a Wednesday. I'd have to go up Thursday lunchtime. Which is doable. Or if not, I'll just have to order it. Because I don't think there'll be many of those yet you can buy. This is the problem now, because I don't think a lot of people, and if anybody does get them now, they do sell them, but it's just lucky dip of where they pop up, because everybody's done their shopping for everything. It's only idiots like me that know when the giveaways come. Like I said, the only important giveaways to me every year are these. And if it was like the train that came out last year, there was no need for me to have. You can see why it wouldn't work in the display that I'm doing. It's a beautiful, it's a nice thing, but I haven't. I looked at it. I was like, no, I don't need to try and pick that one up or find that on the secondary market or whatever. But yeah, the hot chocolate and the gazebo and all those kind of things. You can have multiple ones of them, make a really nice, just like a Christmas market sort of vibe. Might be wrong, but yeah, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Well, we'll soon know, because it will come out. Surely it will come out the day before, right? We'll get news the day before of when that's going to happen. I would imagine, and we will see. I'll tell you what, it's good that I went live earlier today, like on a lunchtime build, because I'm getting cold now. I'm not going to lie. The temperature seems to be. It was a lovely morning, but I have a funny feeling, because I haven't got a window to look out, so Trickle Bricks is going to have to look out for me. That sun has probably gone in. So it won't be long until there's shrinkage. Yeah, that's it. So the winter gazebo is this one, Shibo. So it's this. So this is official image from the Lego website. Fantastic. 3 minifigures. So we've got five minifigures with this year's 2 giveaways. I've got one about this size. We did get a gazebo with, weirdly, that's not got the roof on. We did get one. We've had one of these already, basically, but the other one that's out has seating, whereas this is more like I guess like a music stand, I guess. Just slightly different take on it, but they did do one of these with the Winter Village sets, but with all the candles, because the candles are nice. That's a different touch. They've added. It's completely different. It's completely different for something that's the same, which is great. But they have put. I was going to say, it looks like they put a Christmas tree, and then they have, and you got some presents with it. So you get quite a bit with it. So yeah, that would be that would be going in. Which obviously, what I also would like to do is I'd like to do a comparison, a bit like how I did the train comparison. If anybody watched that or liked it, and what is your thoughts actually, by the way, on the new versus old train? Which one do you think? Which one do you think wins the battle on those? But the what I would do is I'd do the gazebo against the hot chocolate stand, and which do you think's the better giveaway? Because that's also a hard question without seeing them both in hand. How would you actually try and work that out? Because if you're getting two things for free that are both extremely Christmassy, I don't know if you could actually. I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could pick one over the other. But so I'm spoiled this year for choice, which is good. But like I said, once this is done, which won't be too much longer, I will have a think of the next videos that I will be making up, which I think I'll probably be doing possibly tomorrow, because I might do one more Marvel video before it gets too cold in here. We'll be going live again tomorrow. We might go for probably have to be a single tomorrow. We'll do a potential just a recap on the Cyber Monday again, kicking off at 8 o'clock. But we will be going live again later on this evening for all the Lego news that has been announced. Rumors on modulars. We'll be talking about all the Ninjago minifigures because Triggerbricks has the list, so I can hunt down all the minifigures later on. And then we can just tuck into anything and everything, which will be exciting. But yeah, there's some nice things involved with the gazebo, and it is just a case of, well, which do you think's better? Do you think the gazebo looks better? Do you think the hot chocolate stand looks better? It's it's always a fun thing to think of. And of course, don't forget to take part in the poll. Thank you to everybody that's liked the video so far. And if well, I messed that up. If any of you are building anything, let me know, and I can get it up on the Lego website, and we can take a look at the stuff that you're doing. Oh, it's just 3. That's weird. I thought I'd missed one, but there's actually only 3 of them. I was like, how have I only done 3? There's only 3. It's still bright and sunny down south, but it's disappearing quickly. Well, I'm disappearing. Parts of my body have disappeared already. It's cold, and now my fingers are starting to get a little bit chilly. So yeah, it's definitely dropping in temperature. But we will stay tough. I see. I see. Oh, we've got a pumpkin. Hey, Fluff. Hello. You okay? You were fast asleep last night, you were? Good. There you go. Say hello. So Triggerbrick says, after watching the video and leaning towards the new train. Yeah, I do like that new train. Can we get down? Mwah. There you go, Fluff. Yeah, so I think the new train versus the old train does look smart. Let's have a look. Winter. So this thing just here. Yes. yeah, so this is the one that we did the chit chat on, and yeah, I think it does look good, and I think it works really well. I think it works really well in the display as well. So it's just, I think, what people like the look of. I think somebody else said that they preferred the older one. I think when this train station comes back out, the next one, because obviously the older train station had the bus, big train station, straight track, loads of minifigures, shops. You know, that was a real home run of a set. That they did do very, 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 very well. So yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see what sort of theme and type they go for with the new one, because the old one, the old white one, that was just a one and done. That was just like a short run train apparently, and then a couple of years later they obviously went into this sort of theming of stuff. So yeah, this is very, very nearly done. So yeah, thinking plan of attack for tomorrow is we'll just go a later stream tomorrow at 8 till 10. So there won't be a building stream tomorrow because obviously I've got nothing to build, and then that will allow me actually to film this as a review type comparison thing. And we are, oh, I think we're supposed to add something. Hang on, where's the staircase at the back? We're adding a piece on top. Bear with. Right, so hello to you. How are we? How is everything? So yes, this is one of the best Ninjago sets. I think so. It's a beautiful looking thing. Literally just plonking on this top bit just here. Which looks great. We've got some love for Shibo. Love from Shibo for Pumpkin. So I will pass that on. I'll let everybody know that everybody says hello to Pumpkin. She's a right diva, is old Pumpkin. So she'll come in, want a bit of fuss, and then she just leaves. But yes, I think this is one of the nicer looking things. But this really is quite impressive. And that sits nicely just on there. So that's all of those bits done. And now we've got the last couple of bits and pieces. So let us know what it is you're voting for. Let us know what you're building. Let us know what it is you are doing on this afternoon. I've literally just got a few more bits to put together, and then we are completely done and finished. But can I remember for the life of me where I have put the bag of bigger bits? The answer to that question is absolutely not, because it all got moved. It was here. Ooh, where's that gone? How can I not see some bright green roller coaster track? Didn't think that through, did I? Did not think that one through. Might be underneath that light. I'll start to panic in a minute. Well, there we go. So I'm assuming I've been promoted to your favourite British streamer because nobody else is streaming at this time. that's probably why. So yeah, I will take that. So thank you very much indeed. But yeah, we were just saying that we will be going live later on for the big Cyber Monday stuff. I am just trying to think. Actually, it's the only piece I need as well. It's the last bit because everything else in front of me doesn't go. Where is that God. Lego King, good afternoon to you. How are we? You come in at the right time. Chaos and carnage as always. So I moved my whole setup yesterday to film what I needed to. I had all the bags. Where is that? Oh. Was it in the box? Might be in the box. Ah, I can see it. It was in the box. You can let me off for that. It fell out the box. There you go. One last piece in a random unnamed bag that they give you. Building Santa's visit. What bag number you're up to on the Santa's visit? Yeah, so not long until we see the new Ninjago revealed. Apparently, we're getting the old Time Twins. Yes, yeah. So we're going to be doing a real big bit of research on that later on. But we found out that they are roughly about £100 for those minifigures. So anybody that is into their minifigures, I think the next Ninjago set is going to be a rather nice time for some people. Page 50. What bag number are you on? But yes, hello to everybody that's jumping in and back out. Again, like I said, this is just a really chilled 2 hours until this is finished, and then I'll be prepping everything I need to film this tomorrow. I won't have time. I might, but I probably won't have time to film this today. But I could start a Ninjago diary video. A lot to think of. It's a lot to think of, and it's a lot of talking. So we got a 3-horse race now. Where did that come from? So who's voted for Gizmo as well? Gizmo's now been shown some love. So we have got 31% for the top 3. Gizmo's at 8%. Everybody that's liked the video, thank you very much indeed. So, yeah. We are just plonking on and doing what we need to do to get this last bit finished. And then we are going to be basically Christmas shopping for the Christmas live stream build. And at the moment, I still don't know which one to go for. So we'll talk about it strongly later on, but realistically, which do you think is a better option? Do you prefer the Bricklink Winter Chalet, or do you prefer the staff giveaway? Which one is it? Which one is it? Lego King is the first ever person to vote for Gizmo in 3 rounds. Well, there we go. Team Ninjago over here, so that's good. So, yeah, we like that. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Ninjago. And the Ninjago sets are sounding like they're nuts. So, because of what was said earlier on in the stream, do we have a confirmation date now then for Old Town? Are the images being released tomorrow, or is it staggered? Because Triggerbricks has seen some of the old, the smaller images, and I'm confused now whether the Old Town is being revealed like midnight tonight, or is it coming on a different day? I will. That's a good. I like that. You guys and girls just got to let me know, and you know exactly what I do, so that I can do that. Oh, amazing! So, there we go. So this is the channel in. You can't go wrong with a good bit of Ninjago. So what we've got, I've got a load of live builds for all of the Ninjago bits and pieces. Oh, do you like some of those sets? Very, very, very nice. Right, I will be hunting some of those videos down later on. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. But yes, with regards to the Old Town, what's going on? Yeah, what is going on? So, did you see the new Ninjago Cold Beast from leak? No, I haven't seen any of the leaks yet. I think they happened as I went live, but I'll be taking a good look at those and then seeing if I can find some images for the live stream later. Because I think it's going to be a hot topic of stuff, and I still need to find out what actually went on with the Amazon sale, where I can get the because obviously as we're talking about Ninjago, there is a Ninjago gift with purchase available, which is actually easily available. Some of them aren't too bad. Some of them are very, very, very expensive. So this one. This thing. So there's loads of them. Obviously, it's just lucky dip with regards to what I've just clicked on, but I just clicked on the quickest one. This one just here. Because as we're talking about Winter Village stuff, I don't know if that's got enough snow on. Because it has got a Christmas tree. And I do like the box artwork. The pictures aren't fantastic. Probably picked one of the worst. Oh no, the patches are actually very good. They've taken a photo of every single corner. It's just a bit blurry. But yeah, I've seen these quite a lot now, and they're anywhere from 130 onwards. So, and this is the 10th year anniversary, isn't it? So, I don't know. What do we think of that? Because obviously, I like that, but they're the only two employee ones I've been thinking of. This is definitely going to be happening. Yeah, that's it. That is right. Yeah, that is the employing gift. It has Santa's garment on. Yeah, that's it. I'm just looking for a better image in the background. Hopefully, I'm hoping Bricklink has a picture. Because Bricklink always has good photos. Where are you? What year did that come out? I'm really struggling to reach the keyboard, as you can tell. Hang on. What year was that? What year did it come out? I'm really struggling to find it. I can find it loads of them on my phone, but I can't find them on online. Hang on. Ninjago. Must be 2015. Yeah, people have got them in hand. But again, I don't understand what it is with these. You can never find the back of the boxes. Ah, there we go. Right, okay. 2021 it came out. 2021. Right, let's take a look. This is. What do we think? It's got a bit. Can't make the photos bigger, but it's got a bit of snow on there. Temple of Celebration is what it was called. Yes, there's plenty of them. So what is it? It's 21. Right, okay. 2021. Right. I will hunt that down in the background. Shut up, I've got too many tabs open, so it's starting to annoy me. There you go. I type in the SKU number, and what happens? Straight up on Bricklink. Type it in on Bricklink, it doesn't happen. We've got it. It's fine. We're there. Boff and boff. Right. So Bricklink selling anywhere from £102 used, and then it starts and gets more and more and more. This is the set. So again, for some reason on Bricklink, they just have the picture of the front of the box 3 times. But you can see the minifigures it comes with, and you can see all the instruction booklets it comes with, and you can see all the other bits and pieces it comes with. It's not what I wanted, but we found it. They're just all using standard images. So jump over to Mexico. Yes, they are. I'm going to give up because I'm losing with that. But you can see what I'm trying to do. You can see what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive on eBay, but it's there's loads of them about. But I just can't find. I just want to zoom in on the image. So yeah, they range from 220 onwards on here. Somebody has one of them I've just clicked on has 6 images of the front of the box. Maybe the one that I was on was the. Yeah, it was. We're just going to go back to this one, the best one. So there's plenty of images on here. Look. So that is the front. You can see what he looks like. I mean, let's be honest, you can't go wrong with Garmadon looking like Father Christmas. So it's celebrating 10 years of Ninjago from 2011 to 2021. This would be an interesting live build as well, I think. Trying to get a picture. Is that? Oh, that's actually it. That's it without the box artwork, isn't it? So yeah, it's got plenty of snow on there. You've got all the snow on the ground. You've got everything else. The only thing is all the ninjas are just the same. They're just the gold. Because obviously, don't forget, this is the set where you get all of the golden ninjas. Because this was the year where you had to spend all of that money to get the golden ninjas individually. So for the staff members, I can kind of see why they've done them all in gold. But I would have wanted them in like Christmas jumpers and things. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I know. I see. I've there's only ever been 2 sets that I've wanted, and now I'm expanding this thing. Yeah, it looks nice. No? So we've got 3 people that want that set now. Sorry. It is. Yeah. If you guys and girls didn't realize, you get all of the golden ninja, all the golden ninjas with it. And let's be honest, it's a much cheaper way of actually getting all of those sets. But it won't be happening this year. I mean, it might happen this year, but what is it? It's red. So this picture, this is the. I'm struggling. Is this the? Because on the front here, it looks like all cartoony with a load of red with the tree going through. But that's the same. That's the same image, isn't it? But they've just. Oh, is that the back? So but it can't be the back because the roof's on the front. I'm lost because you've got the red and then the red disappears because it goes all to brown. But on the box artwork, look, you've got loads of red. Ooh. So I have no idea. No, as normal. But yes, that could be a interesting Can we jump up with around backflip? Well, I don't know. Probably not on this one. We haven't really, because of the time that we're going on. But on Friday night, we had 101 votes in the poll and a huge amount of likes. So yes, with regards to the Winter Villagey stuff, there's the two that I've just shown you, and also the Bricklink Winter Chalet. So I don't know what to do, because you could make some really nice displays up. You could really make some nice displays up, I think. And it would be interesting building them throughout the year, just different things, just, you know, completely different. I might do a bit of research for that Ninjago set off stream. Yes, I think they are trickle bricks. So what we'll do is I'll get this finished, because I'm now freezing cold. So what I will do is I will get this done. Then I will do a bit of research off stream, and we will go a deep dive into that set and have a look if it's the same minifig. There might be extras in there, because I think it's got every single team member in there. I think they are. So because that Woo, the golden Woo, is the 10th anniversary minifigure. So I could actually get that set, use all the golden minifigures in the Ninjago display, and keep that in my Winter Village display, because I could just have I could have Garmadon on a sled. I mean, let's be honest, he could be sat with a reindeer, and it could be what everybody's done with the Star Wars with the big 8080 gingerbread. I could just do that with him. I'm now selling it to myself. Balls. Yeah, I saw it a long time ago, and it's been on the radar. But like I said, now I'm wanting to be a lot more of, like, have some of these and just have some more special bits. It could be thrown into the debate of would it be an enjoyable live stream thing? Because obviously Ninjago is good fun. Everybody likes Ninjago, don't they? It would it work? Because you've already seen my. Yeah, I was going to say, yep, that's the front on the back. I'm really confused with that. So yeah, we'll get this done and we'll go a deep dive. But from the images that you've just seen, would that work in my Winter Village display? From what you've seen, yeah, it's fresh up in here. That is for sure. Is the temperature definitely dropping? So I will be doing quite a lot of research for this evening's live stream, because we're going live from 8 p.m. and we will be talking about Winter Village stuff. I might use the screen grab of the Ninjago set, which I might just have. I also need this, and it catch people's attention, won't it? And then yeah, we'll talk about all of the sales stuff, what we think is going to go in Cyber Monday, what the what we think is going to happen with the giveaways and all that kind of thing. But do we think that would work as a Christmas? Is it Christmassy enough? That's the thing. Is it Christmassy enough? Because if the colours are a little bit, I guess if the colours are a little bit dark, you could add more snow on. Hey, Fluff. What are you doing? You had to sit, have you? I've thrown everything on the floor. Sorry. Pumpkin's looking at me like it's too cold up in here. I want to go down. We will go down soon. Oh, what do I do? And I guess the other thing to really consider is that the employee gift, which I've shown you a couple of times now, that beautiful two face. Realistically, when are they getting it? When's it going to be online? It might not be online till halfway. It might not be online till like the week before Christmas. They might not get it until Monday, and then well, that's just a non-starter. I can't feel my face. I'm not going to lie. I am cold now. It's definitely dropping. Fresh is an understatement. So yeah, we can all be cold. We can all be cold together. Yeah, it's definitely on the fresh side. Yeah, Lego King's just got himself 2 new white base plates. The Win at the Village display is looking very, very good. So I'm glad you're enjoying it and having a good time with it, because that is what it's all supposed to be about. Right, we've got 4 stickers. That's exciting. Or is it on the sheet that I don't have? It might be on the sheet I don't have. So that's not as exciting. I thought I had them. I do have them. It's the last 4 on this sheet. That's right. Yeah, I think with the Christmas display, you're just gonna have a bit of fun with it. I mean, you can do what you want with it. And as Ninjago does actually go with the city stuff, I think it works out to be okay. A lot of language on this one. So yeah, just a recap. I'll be going live at 8 p.m. It is scheduled 8 till 10. But then if we gain momentum and we think there's going to be stuff for Cyber Monday, it'd just be a late one, I think. It would just be a late one. So yeah, we will have to just see what's going to happen with bits and bobs. We'll be looking at all of the Ninjago minifigures later on. We'll be looking at all of the Bricklink winter sets later on. We'll be looking at all sorts of bits and pieces, bit of train research. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of Lego stuff as normal, which will be good. So yeah, Lego King says basically his whole body's frozen now. So yeah, good. We'll all be very, 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 very cold together. I've got a problem. Pumpkin is right by my feet, and I can't really stand up. So I'm going to have to move this rather than stand. And I'm now doing it backwards, so I actually can't quite tell. It goes round there somewhere, but I can't actually see where it's supposed to clip into. Oof. Hang on. I can't stand up. Well, for a start, that's on wrong. That's probably one of the reasons why it doesn't make any sense. That's backwards. So which means now that goes there and that goes... Doesn't reach the toilet. 3-way tie. Oh, that sucks, doesn't it? So they all get 4 points. At the 2-hour mark, it will stop. Hey, Fluff. Oh, she's moved. Ooh. Yeah, you get the idea of where that's supposed to go. That needs a bit of love. Goes over there somewhere. So that's how that's supposed to go, but it's not quite going. Always wanted Winter Toy Village by Lego Creator. What set number's that? Right, 10 seconds. Poll is over. Poll is done. Oh, we had Oh, we had 2 votes very quickly, so it wasn't a 3-horse race. God, that was tight. I thought it was a tie, but obviously we must have got 2 votes in right at the last second. So we've got a joint winner. So Sam Waving the Dragon get 4 points. And the Slave 1 only gets the 2. And Gizmo gets the 1. So Gizmo's had a solid last place every single time. Right, guys, that's it. I'm done. This is basically finished. I'm now far too cold to carry on. I've just got a few bits and bobs to do, but it's just not worth me dropping anything. So I'll go live again at 8 p.m. Like I said, we'll cover all of the Ninjago sets, all the Christmas gift sets, all of the Britlink stuff, any rumors that you guys and girls have found. We've got to go over all the Amazon sales that happened at 9 o'clock this morning. Have a quick look at the Lego website, see if there's any updates, any new rumors, all of the Ninjago minifigures, and of course, these sets that we've been talking about as well. So if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. We are going to be in it potentially for the long haul later on this evening. I think it might be a long live stream much later on. So that'll kick off at 8 p.m. and the notification thingy will go up 3 hours before the live stream goes live. So if you hit the notification bell, you should then get prompted that there's a live stream going live. Then there'll be a 3-hour countdown. Within that 3-hour window, you guys and girls can chat to each other as well. And then I'll set the polls and everything up on there. So guys, I will more than likely catch up with all of you later. So yeah, I thought it said 31 as well, Trigger Bricks, but obviously that's a tough one. It's lost by 1% and it's lost by quite a few points. Right, everybody, I'll catch you in a little bit. Take care. Bye.